Hey, good morning, good afternoon to everybody out there in Sharbi land. Welcome to the Sharbi update. This isn't our official weekly update, but we just want to jump on and give everyone a little update after what's been an eventful week so far with our Solana launch. I'm Lab, this is Hero. Sharbi is the queen of memes on 4 chains now, the founders of the Fetch Bridge, the token you are paid to hold, and the founders of the Shibarium University, as well as many other things. So here we are. How are you, sir? You surviving?
Whew, doing good, doing good. I'm getting over the launch day hangover. I was feeling that with no alcohol needed. I got all the fun of the hangover, none of the fun, but it was an adrenaline rush. That's for sure. It's starting to calm down, and I think our chart looks exactly how my emotions and and everything felt.
Yeah, that's surprisingly exhausting, even just just being involved in that kind of thing. It's like it's tense. There's just a lot of pressure and
Yeah.
but it went really smooth, honestly. And I think, in my opinion, we're all good, all great. Looks fabulous. Obviously, everyone would love to be in a token that just magically goes up to $1 billion, but that's not really. I mean, it's the goal, but it's not necessarily the priority, right? We're building something really, really pretty amazing here, and I think this has been a valuable step in what we're building and a cool opportunity to grow the community. And right now, I feel like a lot of the people that don't get it are gone, right? A lot of the pump and dump crowd, and hey, this is just another fly by night, and they went and bought something else that probably dumped to zero. Um, but the people that do get it are here, and this is part of something big that's going to keep going. So I'm
Right.
excited.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about. Like there's so much to talk about right now. To summarize it all in a short time is going to take it's hard to do.
Yep.
Um, we did have a really great run up. We had initial launch was great. The Solana chain was having some congestion, so the airdrops were slow to go out, which created some instability in the pre-sale group. There was a lot of panic, and it happens. That the congestion was happening. We had a script to airdrop, but nothing was going through. So in the end, the airdrops had to happen like one or two at a time to get them to go through. And Solana, the last couple of days, it has been a rough, right? Like even just getting buys to go through yesterday, like we couldn't get buys to go through. I tried 16 times to buy the dip yesterday, and
Yeah.
it could not get it to go through. And finally it went through. But I would have got 60 million more Sharbi, damn it. um, so the Solana chain, Solana chain, definitely having some congestion issues, but overall, I'd say it was very smooth. And the benefit of that happening the way it did is that it did stop the run from going up to more millions, I think. But what it did is it got those pre-salers that were looking to get rid of their bag out, which
Yeah.
is better happening now than holding the project hostage or anything like that. There was a big sniper that got in. They sold out of the bag within like 30 minutes. So the supply like is really evenly distributed now. It's very well maintained. Like the supply on a Solana launch right now, if you look at our holders distribution, is the best you'll probably ever see in a Solana launch that's 2 days old. So like you look at that, you look at the fact that there's no snipers left. There was one sniper. They made their money, moved on. They didn't slow drain us like sometimes those snipers kill projects.
For sure.
You have even holder distribution, and now what's happening is the right people are buying the floor. And it's amazing to see, right? Like it's how you would hope a it's funny because on Shibarium we had this launch and we had all these whitelists, right? We ran to 2 million, and then it took about 2 months for us to find our floor on Shibarium because the whitelists were slowly selling out, realizing Shibarium was slower than they were hoping. Solana is like Shibarium on crack. like
Yeah, everything happens in 100 times the speed.
right. And my heart rate was doing the same thing, but what happens with that is that we found our floor faster. We're building it up faster. Now we're already like solidifying new floors to move up from, and we haven't even really started our marketing push, right? Like we did first day marketing. We had a lot of events the first day, but then, we realized that we're just marketing into all these cells, right? Like why, throw all your marketing funds at day one in a years long project.
Yep.
We're doing more organic marketing. We're looking at, the Sharbi way, which works. It's proven. It's more organic. We actually are looking at a lot of new things. We're trying to be innovative. But yeah, we had two big partnerships we announced on launch day. One with Born to Pump and the B2P Investment Group, which we're going to talk about a little bit later because they're actually bringing us something else right now.
Sweet.
And also BonkBot, which was a better partnership than I ever even imagined. I thought we were going to co-market and do an AMA. Instead, we got our own direct link to buy Sharbi through the BonkBot. That link and that referral code automatically burns Sharbi. So like we're already deflationary with our smaller supply on Solana, and that's super cool.
Yeah, really sexy. I'm excited about that. That's cool, and hopefully we get a solid amount of degens. Just that bonk bot's pretty cool. So definitely the way to go. I'm not a huge Solana guy, but I learned pretty quickly that you can't just buy stuff on Radium, I guess, which seems insane.
Yeah.
But like, what is the point?
Right. That spinning wheel on Radium is the most
Yeah.
frustrating thing ever.
Yeah,
But
it's a bit silly. So if you haven't
yeah,
figured that out, then go grab our BonkBot referral link. Yeah, get it and load up on some more Sharbi.
that's right. That's right. It's a good time, and we have a lot coming. Like this is not stopping. We have a lot coming, and I think that it's still to point out like this is as safe a project on Solana as you're gonna find. Right?
Yep.
We launched. The team doesn't hold 80% of the supply like all those coins that go to crazy millions. We buy our supply, we do our own thing. We have bought the dips, we have the DAO all bought their own bags. Our Boom Boom Capital Investment Fund bought their own bag. Nobody's holding more than 1% pre-launch, right? Like all these things were done in a way that's so fair and so even. And I think that, that's what we are banking on, right? Like what's happening with all these coins that run to 100 million or hundreds of millions is the team is sniping their own supply at the start. And so they
Yep.
own like 70-80% of the supply. And I'm just learning a lot of this as we go because there were a lot of DMs I got asking if we were going to do that. And I kept saying, no, we're not, and they're like, well, you should. I'm like, well, that's not the point, right? Like, that's not what we're trying to do. We are trying to launch fairly, have it done right. And we are not going to be the team that sells on your charts and dumps, right? Like, this is not This is not what it is. We have our marketing funds. We have our ability to push. We have a great network of people, and we haven't even started really that push, right? Like we had the launch announcements, but that's it.
Hey, I'm grabbing my kid off the bus. I'm sorry, so
Oh,
you're gonna keep talking to
okay.
yourself.
All right. I'll keep talking. I was going to eat a piece of bacon. Um, uh, so I do want to talk a little bit about updates right now. And I want to, I think part of the updates that I really want to highlight is that the other chains are never going to be forgotten. Our other chains are always going to be remembered. Everything we do is going to be going to buybacks and burns on the other chains. Revenue we bring in, we've burned. I think we've burned 54 billion Sharbi of the 75 billion that we plan to burn. So we have not finished our burns on the other chains yet. And we have burned, I think it's 14 billion from Arbitrum, 19 billion from Ethereum, and 20 to 21 billion from Shibarium so far. So great burns, and it's great to see that supply coming down. And now we have, we're hyper deflationary, right? Like this deflationary model is going to continue, and it's going to build our charts up. And the fact that the charts kind of linger a little bit or drop a little bit. I saw there was a small drop. Only gives us the opportunity to burn more faster. So it's not something where we're panicked about. In fact, if there was a larger dip, it really just gives us the opportunity to buy it up, just like the Solana dip. We were able to buy up a lot of the Solana dip, and we will continue to buy up funds there. As far as the Solana update goes, we have submitted updates for CMC, for CoinGecko, for all 4 chains on CoinGecko and CMC, and DEX tools for all 4 chains. This is something that we've been wanting to do for a while, and it's kind of been something that's kind of in the background. And since we were doing them all, we got a deal with DEX tools. I say deal, but it was very expensive to update all 4 chains. I think it was like 4,500 to update all 4 chains, but they are all submitted, and it's important, right? Like that's where the trending comes in. We want to have our branding across all the chains, right? And I think that the biggest thing this Solana launch is going to do for Sharbi is not only just bring in holders from the marketing, and I mean we already have more holders on, or as many holders on Solana as we do from Ethereum in the last year. So that's in 2 days on Solana, we have eclipsed the number of holders that we have on Ethereum. So
Wow.
that's kind of crazy, and it shows that the model works. We have a bunch of new 1% holders that are going to be coming into our Boom Boom Capital group, and we are in the midst of a rename, because we were the Sharbi Whale Group, and I think that we are in the midst of a rename to Boom Boom Capital Group, which is great, because that's what it is, right?
For sure. Yeah, I think that's what I've been trying to kind of plug, is like, hey, these dips on Solana or any chain are a crazy time to be a part of the Boom Boom Capital group, because honestly, here in the next week or so, we're going to be picking up on a few more pre-sales, and you're good. And
my bad.
We're gonna watch Hero. Everyone's gonna start crying.
Right.
The ultimate irony or something. No, but like honestly, especially come summer, as things pick up, all of our tokens are vested, but for the price you're gonna pay to be in Boom Boom Capital, I would say your allocation is going to be worth more than you're paying right now. And as we always say, like we're going to be here for years. So it's a no-brainer to me. I'm sort of at the point of I'm not too worried one way or the other. Like I would love for my bags to pump or whatever, but we've created a system here that really rewards holders and has created a community of people that I actually like. And so again, like pump and dump kind of people, like they're gonna do their thing, and it's all good. So if that's the kind of person you are, then you're in the right place, and for sure keep loading up and come join the Boom Boom Capital group. Like we're gonna keep doing crazy things for sure. Like this is, as we always say, just the beginning. So it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it is. It's just the beginning. And talking about a group that I like, or that we like, we had a voice chat going most of the day yesterday, and there's a couple people hanging out in there. But last night, the voice chat, like there was like 10 of us in the voice chat, and we were just kind of chatting away for like hours. Like I'm sitting in bed next to my wife, and we're both on the voice chat just talking. It's so much fun. Like it's such a connecting thing, right? Like so I think we're gonna be doing those some more too. And
Awesome.
just this group of people is really special to me, and I truly feel that and believe that with everything I say, right? Like this group of people that we've come together with is special to me. There's bickering and stupid stuff, and like everything you'd have like with a family, or like
For sure.
there's times where there's stuff and you get frustrated, and because it's on a whole nother level. But like I really care about everyone, so like it's so cool. It's such a cool thing, and I think that what we are doing is going to reward everyone. And I think that this model is something nobody's ever done, and we're going to continue to build it. And I think that we have some unique things. We always have unique ideas, right? Like I think that that's something that's important to have, and to kind of keep bringing out. Um, but
Agreed.
with the CMC CG tracking, so I think that one of the bigger things that Solana is going to bring is volume, right? Like everybody looks at volume, everybody looks at trending, everybody looks at all these things. So we have increased volume now on Shibarium, on Solana chain, but that brings notice to all our chains, to our whole ecosystem. And so even if like you're seeing the other charts bleeding a little bit, I mean really like they're barely down, but if you're not seeing much action there while we're marketing Solana heavily, that doesn't mean anything, because what's happening is people are seeing the whole ecosystem. They're seeing what we built. They're seeing the pay to hold as well. And there's a lot of questions going on about which chain should I buy on, where will I get the best rewards, where should I hold, and that's what the whole idea is, right? And volume on CMC and CoinGecko, that's what we're going to bring, right? Like our marketing on Solana hasn't started because we want to make sure we have all those things updated before we do it, so that we get maximum exposure for all the moves we make. So we have marketed, and we are on we have ads on 4chan that have over 1 million impressions now. And we have so we have 4chan ads. We actually just had a YouTube video released as we were starting this stream. It came out, so we have our first YouTube video that was released, and I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's I haven't even got a chance to watch it yet, but it looks great, and we have multiple YouTube videos coming out. This video is from Crypto June, who does a great delivery. I've watched some of his videos. He does a great delivery. We have a couple more YouTube videos going out, which I think are great because they highlight our whole ecosystem, right? And YouTube marketing is organic. It brings in people over time, right? And I think that's beautiful, right? I think that the press releases, things like things like YouTube marketing. They're things that stay on the web forever. And so you have, like, when people search Sharbi, they're going to see, oh, there's some YouTube videos. I should look at that. They were in Yahoo Finance. They were in Yahoo Finance like 6 times. Like, this is awesome, right? And yeah, but Roy was one of the first that announced our Solana launch. So let's make sure we get.
I was almost gonna call you out for Roy. Like, that's our boy.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
He meant our first one since Roy's video. Like,
yeah, first one since launch. Since launch.
Yeah. No, but I agree with what you're saying. Like, I see a lot of these like Twitter callers and stuff, and it's like, I'm not sure there's much long-term benefit, to some guy jumping on and saying, oh, hey, this looks like a good entry on, the 1,000th meme coin I've talked about. That's really not most of them don't say anything about what Sharbi is and what we've created and what makes us unique. And why they don't say it is probably because they don't know, or care, and that's fine. Like, that's one way to go, but it doesn't contribute to what we are, which really is a real project with real utility and something real that we've created here. And so I'm very much with you. Like, I prefer the YouTube video format. That was the thing about like Roy's video, was like, oh man, like, honestly, as somebody that's in the thick of it with you, you really don't realize like how much we've done. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, there is just so much cool stuff to talk about. And so, like, yeah, the YouTube video is a great format, and like you said, like, it exists forever as people go and look for that stuff. Press releases and things like that, Medium articles, those are definitely the way to go, I think, as we push forward and trying to bring in people that really get what Sharbi is and what kind of opportunity it is.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. And when we launched on a red market day, yesterday was a red market day. Like, looking at these organic marketing things that bring people in over time, it's a perfect time for that. So today the market's picking up, and I think that with the market picking up, we're seeing our floor starting to raise again, and we are waiting on those updates. We have a YouTube video coming out. We have another one that should be delivered soon, and another one that we're working on right now too. And we are lining stuff up in the background. I have multiple partners we're talking with, partnerships we're talking about and with. We have great connections to the Andy team, great connections with the MVP group, the MAGA Trump MVP. Like, those guys are amazing. I just want to give them a shout out, because even in the background, they've just been DMing me and helping wherever they can. And I just want to give them a shout out, because they've been awesome. But we have the Born to Pump group, and that investment group is a big investment group, and they're working on a launch right now, and we're in talks about working with that launch. And are we in a point to announce, or where are we at? We have a DAO vote going on right now. So I want to make sure we're good on it before I. 11 votes. Oh, 13 votes. 13's good enough. Lab, you're silent. You went dead.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing. I muted myself because my kids are going bananas out there. So I'm sitting here, I'm talking, okay. Well, yeah, it's 13-0, importantly, is what I was saying. So it's not that Hero doesn't value other votes if you were a couple votes short.
Yeah, I mean, really one, right? Because our DAO currently is 27, so
Yeah,
it's like a half a vote short.
yeah, yeah,
I'd say that's good enough. 13-0. So we have been talking about Solana and introducing our pay to hold system on Solana with zero tax. That's a tough one, right? But we are looking at ways to bring benefits to Solana holders. And we have come up with a system that we're going to start, and it all comes with these partnerships and networking, which is Sharbi's thing, right? Like it's become
yeah.
Sharbi's thing, like supporting other projects, working with other projects, helping them grow, and becoming, kind of like a group that really supports DeFi and these DeFi investments. So as part of this uh, mission, we want to reward our Solana holders. So what we have come up with for now, and this is a model that's going to build out, right? Like this is basically invented in 2 days. So it's a model that we're going to build out, and it's going to, kind of like everything we do, be unique and take time. But I think we already have some partners that are willing to kind of work on this and come together on it, and I'm excited about it. So what our plan is for the start is to so how do you describe this? Okay, so
should have thought this out better before jumping
right,
into it.
yeah. Okay, so basically, we're going to become somewhat of an incubator for projects where we buy into pre-sales as Sharbi. With our investment funds, those pre-sales are going to get airdropped to our top Solana holders, and that will be top 69 holders. Currently, there is a bunch of holders with 300 million or more, so it's like top 120-ish holders. But
I think
after this announcement, who knows where that goes?
I think
um,
we should have them fight. I don't know
yeah, that's right.
if we
That's
tied.
right.
You got to do. We're
You
gonna have
better
a rock
start
paper
buying.
scissors. Yeah.
300 million ain't enough. Get more. So what we're going to do is we're going to be buying into pre-sales, working with pre-sales as partners to help launch these projects and give notice. We have a KOL group that we're already working with as well, that we hope to kind of join with in working with these kind of projects and building Sharbi as well. But these airdrops are going to be kind of like a passive income system that we're going to be developing for Sharbi. And I think that it's going to work really great with Sol. And over time, I think that we can build out to include more holders in that. But this whole process is going to bring funds into Sharbi that we will be using for further investments. And I also believe that we are going to be using profits from this to buy and burn other chains as well. So everything is going to be going into growing the whole ecosystem. So any profits we make, from these pre-sales that we would, take very, we would take profits very respectfully. But any profits we make from these pre-sales, and as we make a name for ourselves with this and growing these projects, I believe that we will be able to, buy and burn from the other charts pretty significantly, which is really exciting, because I think that this pre-sale phase that's going right now is really really strong. And like I said, we already have some great partners that are lined up, and we're in talks with. So some big projects that I think that we can get some people excited about, and it's a reason to hold Sharbi on Solana, other than being in the Boom Boom Capital group or anything else. There's a reason to hold Sharbi on Solana, and we're going to keep increasing reasons to hold everywhere. That's the system. that's what we're going to build. And, you know, this Solana launch is the first start of this model of this pre-sale launch on another chain, where it's going to benefit all our Sharbi holders. Buy up, burn from the other chains. The holders, the people that are holding the pre-sale, the people that are supporting, are going to have first access into the next pre-sales. And, you know, we want to build it out to where the right people are getting the, you know, their bags, and those people that are not, you know, they're not going to be included in the next. You know, like the
Yeah.
people that aren't respectful. I mean, people can sell. Like, I don't care if you buy or sell. Like, people can sell. But if you're getting into a pre-sale where you're automatically up money and you're dumping your whole pre-sale bag before we even say the airdrops are finished, like, you're
Yeah.
not going to be in the next one.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. I think a good, not that this is like an official metric, but like, like pulling your initial investment out is one thing, like on day one. But yeah, dumping the whole thing on everybody else, like you're obviously not a part of the community. Like that's just
Right.
not very respectful. So um, I think most people that have good intentions will find the line and be okay. It's
Yeah.
unfortunately there are a lot of people with bad intentions in this space. So hopefully
Yeah.
we can continue to create a good space. Speaking of benefiting people on all chains, I got a message
Yeah.
here. Please talk about your calculator. If we hold our Sharbi, what returns do we see annually? So I think the calculator creates a bit of confusion sometimes. So first of all, only valid for Ethereum, Arbitrum, and Shibarium holdings. And basically, there is a tax that's charged when you purchase or sell your Sharbi on those chains. And the vast majority of that tax gets redistributed to all the other Sharbi holders. And so that is why on that calculator, you adjust the volume because that is the volume of buys and sells on whatever chain you're holding on. And so obviously, we have no way to know what kind of volume we will see on a yearly basis. And certainly would be impossible to guess, right? Like we can say from experience, our first year in existence, I think on at least on Arbitrum and Ethereum, we ended up, if you held the entire time from launch, I think you would have made around 30 to 40% would have been your return for the year. And that's with a lot of pumps and a lot of ups and downs, buying and selling. Like that's the nature of volume. And so it's just anyone's guess, when that volume comes and how much there is and how much there isn't. And so but ultimately that's how the calculator works, and so there's no guarantees. Like that's just the nature of Sharbi. You will certainly be paid to hold something, it just depends on how much the volume is, and that model will continue.
Yeah, and the calculator is showing daily volume. So it is showing what you would make in a day and a year based on the daily volume setting. So the volume does definitely vary. It goes definitely up and down. But I believe that the arbitrage that's going to be created through the bridge, the kind of, that's going to continue to bring more volume. Bringing other chains in that we can add to the bridge will also add more volume. So base is EVM, so we could automatically add that to fetch, right? Like that's an easy add to fetch in the future. So we can do that. But the calculator is accurate, and it's crazy to see if you put in a number of like even a few 100,000 volume a day, like people need to get this model, right? Like this model of like pay to hold, it's real, right? Like
Yeah.
we over the first year we made 30% back in rewards. right? And most of us in the DAO or the whale group put it all back into the project in certain ways. but
Yep.
but there is opportunity for continued growth in that. So you have that, plus you have, you know, the quarterly dividends from the Boom Boom Capital that are possible, and revenue generation that's going to continue from the bridge and whatever else we bring in revenue from. Like, we have the ability to really make it to where, you know, our goal is to make it to where no one ever has to sell, because you're making money off of all the other things that are happening. And really all you want to do is keep building your holdings so that you get more of that distribution. That's our goal, right? And I think that we're building out the model in a way that it's going to happen. It takes time, but you know, our Boom Boom Capital investment, I saw Canine's doing really well today. Like, it was so, and they have a staking mechanism coming.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I saw they dropped their I think it was like a demo, or not a demo, that's the wrong word, but of what their interface is gonna look like. Looks pretty fresh.
Yeah, the Bone Crusher. The Bone Crusher is going to be their staking mechanism. And I mean, basically, we're going to be able to put in a pretty good size investment into the staking mechanism and passively earn, based on our holdings in Canine. Like, so that's going to pay out consistently over time. Like, we can do whatever we want with that, right? So that's a passive income that's going to be coming in monthly, daily to Sharbi as well. So we're constantly building rewards. We're constantly building on these models of, you know, bringing income in. And I mean, that isn't even talking about adding projects to our bridge, which, you know, we had our audit. We are working with the bridge team, you know, on doing some updates to really make our bridge even cleaner than it is. And I'm so excited about that. So we have that, right? Like, the ability to add other projects, collect fees there, you know, have even listing fees on our bridge to whitelist other projects to make them multi-chain. Like, the capability for revenue generation into this ecosystem to use to invest more, to use to burn our charts, to do all these things, it's all coming together in a way that I've never even thought possible, right? Like,
For sure.
if you would have asked us 6 months ago the position we'd be in right now, like, we're in the best position we've ever been in as a project, and only have the ability to do more every day right now.
Yep, 100%. Like I said, it's fun watching. It was fun watching Roy's YouTube video, because it's just like, gosh dang, man, like it's pretty cool where we're at. Like, we've really built something here. This is our little puppy that's growing up. It's beautiful.
That's right. And she's definitely growing up. The memes have been killer. You're killing it on the memes, and Funk with his art has been amazing. He's got like sexy Sharbi going everywhere now.
So good, so good. Yeah, the memes. Just remember, everyone, the memes are at the detriment of having my kids walk in and be like, "What are you doing, Dad? Are you making memes again?" They're so disgusted with the amount of memeing I do. So, you said you were working. All right, man.
Oh, hold on. So Solana, right now we are waiting on. So we have. I mean, for our whole ecosystem, we have multiple YouTube videos coming out. Those are something I've been looking forward to having for our project for a while. So that's exciting. We have CoinGecko CMC updates going. So those updates will be soon, and DEX tools for all chains. So that's going to benefit Shibarium. Hopefully our Shibarium price will finally show in MetaMask. And our old 70s porn star Sharbi will no longer be on the DEX tools page. So I'm so excited for that. And those updates should happen soon.
Every once in a while, she pops back up somewhere like a.
I know. I can't get rid of her.
Horrible ghost.
I can't get rid of her. There's still some stickers in our main Sharbi chat, and I can't delete them. I don't know what to do. Like there's sticker packs. Amy, if you're listening, please stop.
Must be stopped.
But I lost my track.
Sorry.
No, it's good. Yeah, so we are in the midst of getting all these updates done. We have YouTube things going. We have our 4chan ads still running. We're going to be raiding hard. We are targeting raids on some bigger Solana people that respond often. So we're going to be targeting raids on the right people. And so make sure we get those. We're definitely going to get some replies because we're persistent and Sharbi's sexy, and there's nothing like us on Solana. And they're going to realize it too, because that's what they do. Like they interact, like the Shiberium crew. They interact with people that are building, that are supporting the chain. So, and we're unique. So we are going to get interactions. We will be, raiding hard. We will have consistent voice chats at least daily. I know we'll have another update probably tomorrow. And
tomorrow's Friday, so are we doing our normal update?
Yeah.
Even though this is basically our update. Hero and I just like to hang out, so
that's right.
Here we are.
And I think that I'm going to say this now. Those people that bought in last night at that dip on Solana are very lucky. That was a great dip to have. I would say load up right now. Non-financial advice. We are building our floors. We have solidified our floor. I feel like we're getting to the point where those massive sellers are kind of out, and we're building that floor up. And when the listings happen at the right time, Sharbi's going to go full. We haven't even started marketing. We did raise funds for this, right? Like when the timing is right, when the market's right, when all the listings are ready, we're going to do a push, and it's going to be strong, and it's going to keep going. And I think this model of pre-sales is going to give people a reason to hold, and we're going to continue to partner with big projects and work with big projects in this way, which will bring us more AMAs and more exposure. We're going to be everywhere, and we have such amazing support, like the CoinMerge team, Kid and Walt inviting us on, Crypto Kin and True Trend and Mom. They just launched their base chain trending, which I've joked around with them, like we might follow them around a little bit, because they're already doing the models, and they give us exposure too, and we give them exposure. So some really amazing people supporting. Lady T has been amazing, and supporting us, and continuing to support with her friends and her group, and we've made some really great connections through that, and we have some big plans. Like, I mean, we say we aren't stopping. Like, we aren't stopping. Like, there's no 2 days. And, I got so many DMs the first day saying, "Is it over?" I'm like, what? Like I don't even understand this, right? Like, we're like,
yeah, no, I agree. It's like it's only been 2 days. Like, oh man, like it's just such a funny. It's definitely very much like Binance Smart Chain last cycle, where it's just like it's just a different kind of mentality, but like that just means there's tons of space for a project like us that's actually solid and exists and is about more than the first 2 days. Like, we're not going anywhere. Like, this is something that's it's huge for all of us. It's part of who we are basically at this point.
It is. It is. It's more than my full-time job, and I have my full-time job that I'm moving my mouse around while I'm talking right now. You know, like this is what I'm, you know, we're passionate about, and you know that's why we're doing it. And I believe that we're doing something that's special and unique, and going to change what, you know, people expect. And I think we're seeing right now those teams that are staying on Solana for a week or two and continuing to push are really when they're gaining a lot of traction and really making those moves. So really excited to see it, and I believe that we're setting a path towards something really special on Solana, on all our chains, and we're all going to grow together. And I'm excited to see it. So.
Amen, sir. All right, brother. We're good.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for
definitely went longer than I planned.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Thank you for tuning in. We'll keep making announcements, keep building things, and we'll be planning on doing another video update probably around this time tomorrow, maybe a little earlier. Yeah. But yeah, thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye.